Hello,
Hello,
everybody! Welcome to our weekly dev stream, rain or shine, server data relocation or not. We are here every Tuesday to talk to everybody and let you know what's going on. For those of you who are new, I am Zeke, Dino Heater, and Sparks.
And I am Nicholas Redalos Kreider.
And the rumor of my demise was an exaggeration. I'm here!
He's back!
Yes! It was a short, brief firing.
Leave, yeah.
It's good. It's good. How are you? I'm fine here. How are you? So, servers are off. We got a lot of questions about servers being off. When I look over here, this is chat. This is everybody. Chat, hi. Chat, hi. Lou Kratos. Don't worry about South America. It's the server location. We are changing data centers. It's in the same physical location, still in Atlanta. It's just a better location for us, not like geocentrically,
right.
but as far as internet service, it should just improve for everybody. It's not. This is not opening the servers opening our localized servers like in Amsterdam and Singapore. That's still to come. So it won't be like a huge gain for people across the pond, but it should just flat out be better for everybody.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, speedrunners.
Yeah, speedrunners.
Yeah.
Speedrunners
I don't think I
fun.
installed it though.
You didn't install it?
I don't think so. I think two-player speedrunners is kind of.
Yeah.
So, what are we gonna do today? We're gonna talk about. We just had the last patch was a pretty big one. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it. We showed a preview. We're gonna talk a little bit about what we're seeing happen in that patch. Maybe a little bit about where we're coming. That's right. I think it was Speak Zarks.
Yeah, this is actually Speak Zarks. We're lucky to find him.
A lot. Like
he was just recently fired from his last position, so we just scooped him up.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about what we're seeing and where we're going. You know, people are really asking lots of questions, which is great, giving us lots of feedback. And Mangello, the test levels, there you have to enable them. So it's an option. You have to say yes.
It's an option in custom online.
Do test levels. We can actually show you that.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll show you that online. That's a thing we can show you. As we talk about stuff, the servers may come online.
We have no idea.
If they do, we'll play games like we normally do. If they don't, we'll come up with a couple of other options and let you guys vote on what we do. But, you know, hey. Louis Kratos. Is that closer? Is it, I don't know. It's always
Lou Kratos?
Leo Kratos. I don't know.
Rigged
Brawlhalla. I don't even know what's rigged, but you know, the data center, sure. Yeah, it's rigged. It's totally rigged. That data center's rigged. Okay, so it is Leo Kratos. Leo Kratos? I'm probably just getting it worse every time I try.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. Kappa versus BMG. Hit it, Berserk. We got Egg Soup TV. It's best if you just play straight into that joke, I feel. Maybe not? Egg Soup?
I guess, yeah.
Egg Soup Tiff.
Zaup.
Of course. Lawrence 5 or Lawrence V. Whichever. EU servers are not up. This is a local data center change that will just increase our speed just across the board.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yeah, well,
we felt like right before the dev stream was just the prime time to move data centers, so
you know, why not? It's we don't plan around the dev stream. The dev stream is us showing you, you know,
the dev stream is a constant. It will just always happen.
That's right. So good. All right. Well, after I have totally butchered Lou's
everyone's name.
No, I don't even know which way was the butchered by. Yeah. EU servers, they're coming really, really soon. People keep asking for an update. I think the best thing that I can say is they are up and running. We actually play games on them from here. What we have left to do is mesh them with our central server here, so that all the servers can talk to each other.
Yeah.
So the physical machines are up and running. All of that is looking promising. They're just not fully integrated with the game yet. So that's what we're working on now.
Promise.
That'll be really, really soon.
It will be coming soon.
It's good progress. It's good progress. The servers will definitely be on today unless something horribly catastrophic happens.
Which
it shouldn't.
Something
horrible We're just
happens.
moving from one data center to another. So they will be back today. And I mean, they may even be back during the stream. Usually it takes 2 to 3 hours to do a relocation like that. Just depends on...
Shark Ninja, what bow? Apparently, old Zeke was the only one that knew.
Exuptive. People are also asking, what are we going to do with this? The question is, will ranked be EU plus North America or grouped into EU and North America or wherever our centralized servers are? We don't have a firm decision on that yet. So there's upsides to both of them. Even if it is one pool and ranked is one big ladder, we will likely be favoring matches internal to the local server. So So even if it is one big ladder, we will likely be trying to match people up based off of not just rank but ping as well. And so we would be having Europeans more frequently playing with other Europeans and North American
baseline
players
that
more
would be
frequently playing with North
the system
Americans.
would be.
But we also, there are merits to making it actually a separate ladder, a separate pool, and so we're kind of discussing those and trying to figure out which ones we think has the strongest model.
New Dino
The
looks
Stardust.
good, yeah.
Can I promise EU servers being online and playable in under a month? I mean, I can promise anything I want. Doesn't mean it would be right or wrong. But that's the kind of time frame we're looking at.
Yeah.
We're not talking about months and months down the road. We're not talking about next week. Round about a month is a pretty good guesstimate for where we want to start bringing that online. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen. But, as always, especially on the stream, we like to give what we think is the answer, even if there's some uncertainty to it, instead of just being guarded and being like, no, I don't know. I am not. That's right. Well, the real question is, was the dino that got fired the reptilian dino or the android dino or a human?
We have trouble
dino?
keeping up with all the dinos that are running around here, so.
And which one am I? I don't know. They all have goatees.
Kind of
so.
just send the one packing, and then next one in line steps in.
Who knows? Dragon Legend. That's a great idea, Tybo. Dragon Legend. Great idea. That sounds really cool. Did the Dragon Legend have a sword? Yeah, I would imagine. Probably. Oh, Exuptive. That's fantastic. Welcome. Thanks for being a new person on our show.
Welcome to the stream.
So good. And I'm not going to let either of you win in the tournament. So, nice try.
We just update the future raffle here really quick.
Yeah, it's excellent. So, all sorts of cool stuff. We did this last weekend, we did our first in-person tournament at a GameStop. Yeah, strangely enough, we bet the manager of that GameStop at E3, in LA. Yeah. And he was super excited when he found out we were local and wanted to kind of organize a get together. So he did a lot of promoting. Robbie was his name. I don't remember his last name, but did a lot of promoting down in Noonan, just south of Atlanta, and made some space for us. And we came in on Saturday, set up one of our kiosks, had a great tournament there. He even made like hot dogs and stuff, which is awesome.
It's really cool.
It was great. So I had lots of people coming into the store, getting to play the game for the first time. It was really fun. It was different for us. Everything that we've done like that has always been kind of at a convention, like
yes.
a big convention.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun to do something just a little bit local, and it was neat. Yeah, it was a good thing. And coming up this weekend, we have the third Brawlhalla ESL Community Cup. This time with prizes. So check it out. I think they just announced it. They just opened up. They just opened up registration. Yep. Yeah, I think it's on Sunday. We are going to make a post. We retweeted their tweet. We're going to make a post about it as well. Yeah, it's good. You can win Take a Bow. Kind of all three places get Take a Bow. Second place also gets $10 the Gothic Warhammer, and then first place gets the Phantom Knight sidekick plus the Gothic Hammer plus Take a Bow. So good stuff that you can win in that ESL tournament. And they're going to keep doing community cups and maybe even do something a little bit more over the top than that. And we'll keep supporting them in the community because we think it's awesome. We love watching it.
It's really cool watching those.
And yeah, super, super duper cool. Yeah, prizes. Exo, get in there. See if you can win. Are you winning it? I don't know. Maybe. Well, there. Made. Reference made. Of course. I mean, why? Yeah. You gotta represent. He's gonna wake up at some point. Kind of, I think.
And then look around for all the people wearing the shirts.
Well, I think the goal is you get eaten first.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, so you don't have to, like, wait or suffer. Like, you just kind of, he wakes up and there you go. And you're just kind of done.
It's a good strategy.
It's kind of done at that point. Yeah. Potts, thank you so much for the link there. But, yeah, like I said, we'll message it out. And they've got the site. It's cool, the site, you know, it's almost like their site is built for doing this. There's little graphics of medals that have the winnings beside each one. Oh, it's fun.
It's pretty cool.
You can't play the game right now, TNT man, because we are changing our data center. We are physically moving the servers from one location to another, still in Atlanta. We should have better speeds and better performance, basically, for everybody.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be good. It's very exciting. Shouldn't be too much longer now. Probably before the stream is... I mean, probably not before the stream is over, but, you know, we'll see.
Shouldn't be too long afterwards.
Yeah. So... and then, what else? A reminder for Loot Crate. Don't forget Loot Crate. Loot Crate is coming out this month. And if you sign up by the 19th, use your Brawlhalla code to get $3 off. Cool Brawlhalla item. What is it? We can't say. But it's in there. It's cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
You can't have my Oh, yeah, you can have. you can have Redalus's shirt.
Yeah, just give us your address, I guess, and we'll ship it.
He makes egg soup. Makes soup out of shirts. I'm not sure about that. Also, I'm less sure about ordering egg soup.
Yeah.
From now on, if it's made from shirts. Yeah. It's
Didn't know that was the recipe.
Bots, how do you get a Brawlhalla shirt? That's a great question. You can usually snake one from us if you're at one of the conventions we go to. We print very small quantities and take them to the conventions. But if you're persistent and friendly, you can usually snake one. We are thinking about doing something like T-Fury or T-Spring, Fury Spring.
One of those websites.
Spring Fury T, printum.com/net.
Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla. We're thinking of doing something like that. We're not positive.
Something like that.
We're not positive yet. You know, we definitely don't want to be in the business of like making and distributing merchandise.
Yeah,
because that's not what we do, and it
would
detract from us doing the game. But we might put something like that online. I know there's places that do like the campaigns where you sort of like a Kickstarter for a T-shirt or something. So maybe we'll start doing stuff like that. Yeah, Pots. I don't know. That's kind of nice. It's at least the please wasn't in all caps. So I mean, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Close.
TNT man, how many characters for the game? All of them. I mean, kidding, kind of. We're free to play.
As many.
Yeah.
As people want.
That's right. One of the reasons we chose free to play is because we get to support it as a live game going on. So we'll continue to release new weapons, new characters, new maps, new game modes. As long as people are playing the game and enjoying it, we get to keep building on it. So probably not 1 million characters. Pots. Thanks. You know.
I'm thinking somewhere in that ballpark, though.
Egg soup. You have to sign up by the 19th of this month to get this Loot Crate. So their website has a counter. We're gonna send out reminders as well, but their website like has a countdown timer for when you have to actually sign up for in order to get it. So, and what do you do with gold? Great question. and we're gonna talk about as we talk about the progression patch and what we're seeing, this ties in directly. Right now, you don't do anything with gold. What you will do with gold, I'll actually, we'll pull this up, kind of go over a little bit of stuff here. Gold Legend XP was a little bit more straightforward, but what you do with gold, if you go to the store, you can see the Legends tab, which has been grayed out this whole time. We actually brought it online, gave a little bit of info here.
Yeah.
So gold is going to be the way that you get to unlock the characters permanently just by playing the game. A lot of people have asked what the number is going to be. We're at the stage where we're getting info about what the gold game is actually doing. We have a projection of what the gold was what the gold earn was going to be, and now we're looking at what that is to make sure before we actually set a price for the characters. Because if we set it, well, I can tell you right now that if we set it at what we had originally thought, it would be way too high. Because gold gain, that's one of the things that we've seen. Gold gain is lower than we had predicted in game, so it's good that we waited, because we didn't want to set out something that's like, why is this going to take me forever to get? Because that is not the goal. We don't. It's not. It's a nice. It's a nice reward. Will we update bots? Will we update Cassidy's face?
Interesting.
Maybe. There's a lot of art assets that get made for promotional stuff, and there's a lot of them are pretty old. We do need to do a refresh. And we've started doing that, but we've started doing that, but we need to do more. We need to refresh those assets. So yeah, maybe when we go back to redo the kind of like all characters pose. Also, it's missing characters, right? So you definitely want to get Taros representing in there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so good. Does gold save after beta is over? Yeah, that's one of the things that we thought that we like doing. It's one of the reasons we're doing a slow rollout of things, is we don't really like taking progression away. So we try to avoid it whenever we can. So when we introduce a new system, when we introduce something that you earn over time, we don't want to remove that later. So I think there's only a couple places where we will be doing that, like the characters. We had to unlock all the characters so that people could test them. When we get character rotation live, we need to make sure that that process is working good, that the gold costs are in a good, happy spot. And so we will be going to a full character rotation, which means there will be characters that you had access to that will be on a rotation unless you unlock them permanently. But as far as like numerics and stuff, we don't want to take that away. So your gold is your gold. So you keep that gold. We're not going to reset it when we add the characters out there, so you'll have some nice gold pool built up when we release the characters. And yes, there. Loot Crate. Yeah, you can just go to lootcrate.com/Brawlhalla and you can get info on the Loot Crate. The info is, it's secret.
No one behind us can hear that secret.
Or don't tell Riddless. It's secret. It's Heroes 2 is the theme. They did one Heroes box already. Yep. It's heroes from all different places, not just comic book heroes. So I know there's some DC stuff in there. There's Legend of Zelda stuff in there. Brawlhalla stuff in there. I think there's Star Trek. I think. But I don't remember. But yeah, go to lootcrate.com/Brawlhalla and you will find out. Yeah, don't tell Redolus, bots.
Whatever you do,
don't tell Redolus.
Don't tell Redolus.
So, stuff that we've seen from the beta. Like I mentioned, the gold gains are lower than we thought, so we're kind of looking into where that's happening or why that's happening. One of the interesting things to me was a much smaller percentage of players are completing all of the missions than with the weekly missions than we thought. So we're kind of looking at that system to try to figure out, where are we losing people? Why aren't we catching people there?
Right.
Because we kind of want Loot Kratos, Loot Kratos, Louis. I don't know. I know a Louise is the Lou like Lou from Louise. I mean, I can't tell if we said it right the first time, and I've just made it worse every time since.
Probably.
I'm not sure. Warley, I'm sorry. Google Translator sometimes works. We do the same in the other way, and sometimes it's funny. So I hope I'm telling you about Christmas trees and I don't know. Is that Luciano? Luciano?
Lucian?
A Brawlhalla TV show would be amazing.
Brawlhalla TV show.
Can we ship the game first, though? I feel like we should probably finish the game.
No, this sounds really important.
Before we do
Newsy. I think we need to hop on this Brawlhalla TV show right now.
Vrax, I don't know. Vrax has been pretty good lately. He's got some serious coverage with his specials.
He's making a comeback, yeah?
Yeah, he is definitely making a comeback. Yes, that's possible. Lawrence V or Lawrence V. It's definitely possible that people aren't going out of their way to do the missions, because you can't unlock something with gold yet.
See what they can get with it.
I mean, so that I do expect that number will go up a little bit. Don't take me the wrong way. The majority of people are doing the missions. We just kind of were planning on everybody doing the missions, which is one of the reasons we made them very, very easy to do. Which is also some of the feedback that we've gotten, that they don't really feel like weekly missions because they're very fast and kind of easy to do. So we're looking at that system a lot. It's not really doing what we intended it to do. And then we're also looking at, queue times are slowing down gold gain a little bit more than we had predicted as well. So there's a couple of things. That we're looking at. You should expect a couple of tweaks as to how much gold is coming from which places in the game, and yeah, it's good. OG Taj, there are definitely more colors in the game than you can earn with character XP. You can unlock another 3 colors right now when you get to level 10. Well, they're along the way, so as you get to level 10, you'll have 3 colors. And there are more that come after that as well, but those aren't, you can't quite get to those yet. So we definitely have more color schemes that you can get to.
They are great.
Yeah. Tho76, will there be a variety of missions, or is it all just play this? That's exactly the kind of question that we're asking right now. The intention was never that it would all be just play this. When we do the rotation, we feel like there was a natural fit there between, try out the rotation as some portion of the missions. And so we just started there as a very simple, it's kind of one of the easiest things that we could think of. Sort of one of the easiest things to complete. That would tie into the character rotation. So that was always just like a start. But we're kind of rethinking those quite a bit right now, and so I don't know what we'll wind up doing with them just yet. But it's definitely possible that we have more styles of missions.
Lou Kratos, yes, you will get any colors or anything that you unlocked on your notebook once you log into the server. So yeah, once the servers pop back online. You'll be able to get those.
When the server's down, your game doesn't necessarily know, depending on what state you left your game in, it doesn't necessarily know what you own yet.
Right.
So sometimes it has to ping the server before it can make sure. So, yeah. And let's see, what else are we looking at? What else did we see? Legend XP, that's going great. We're taking a look at how many people spread things out versus how many people play one character.
All the way to 10.
Cool. Sidekicks are very self-explanatory. Poor Craig. Poor Craig is
not doing
losing the race battle on who gets picked the most.
Right.
So Grim.
I think it's Grim and Zoid.
Grim and Zoid are neck and neck.
Yep.
People are loving Grim and Zoid.
And
people like Craig too, just not as much.
Yeah, not as much.
So, yeah. And lots of good feedback on the powers. It was pretty significant changes. We did a pretty broad pass on the powers to check out what's there. We tried to do that post to kind of explain where our head was at for what the problems we saw and what solutions we think we're hitting. So check that out, and also give us feedback and let us know if you think we're hitting it, or if you're not, or if you're seeing new things. Flesh Vortex. Will Collector's Pack be... Let's see, this is a big question. Hold on. I gotta scroll up. In the past. A. Will Collector's Pack purchasers be required to buy all Legends packs separately, or will that be included with the pack? That is not included with the pack. The Collector's Pack lists out everything that is in the Collector's Pack. Most of the value in the Collector's Pack is that big hunk of coins and the really cool, unique skins. That is the Collector's Pack. Implement some kind of aerial light and lag having cancel system. rounded up in order still maximize amount of end lag for balances or speed up certain gameplay to a certain extent. Some kind of special flash indicator when this is performed. Wow, that's a tough question. It sounds like you're asking. We have toyed with a system. I'll talk about a system that we tried a little bit, and maybe this will answer your question, if I'm understanding what it is. Is there a way to do certain moves out of a power that make the recovery faster? So we kind of have that already, where we have a difference between cooldown and recovery. Cooldown is how long it takes before you can use this power again. The same
move again, yeah.
Recovery is how long before you can do any move again.
Right.
And so we do mess with that quite a bit to make sure that spamming something isn't as effective as using other powers from one to the other. So maybe that's kind of what you're talking about. If you're talking about like a very precise timing, like a sort of a tech style gameplay in order to speed yourself up. We've tried a couple of things like that. We don't really like how that feels over a game that's intended to be played online. Makes timing that's that critical be so problematic and so hard to do for many players, and not as easy to do for players across the board. So similar to DI, we had DI in for a while, but the amount of time you have to react and input something for DI is very, very small, and something that networks
especially because there's no hit stops in our game, so it doesn't network as well as we would hope.
Right. So this is sort of a similar thing, but we'll continue to use cooldown and recovery to try to make sure that that when a power is problematic because it's used over and over again, we don't necessarily remove the ability for you to try other powers from that position. So that's kind of the idea there. All right, that went way back in time. Let me see. Now I'm just catching up. Now I'm just playing catch up. Hey, look, Tivorus is talking from the new center. Fantastic.
From
hey,
the center, he says
at least another hour.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Aw, hearts from Tivorus for everybody being worth all the pain and suffering they're going through right now. But it's gonna be good. It'll be up. Tiv, you guys stop watching chat.
Yeah.
More pluggy servers.
Back to pluggy and Mars.
All right, let's see. Sorry, just catching up.
Catching up in chat. That was
predicting when the game will leave beta. Warley. Again, we like to be not guarded with our answers, even though we don't have a concrete answer.
Yeah.
We are on the road, so we consider ourselves to be in the rollout process of open beta. So each of these things that we're doing now is just another step that we have to get through, and then verify that it is working or it is not working before we do the next step. So, for instance, gold gain, we have to have the character rotation working fully before we go to open, and so gold gain was the first gate for that. And so now we're in the process where we're evaluating that, and clearly there's some things that we want to change that I've already kind of talked about a little bit, and so as we do that, once we get that kind of wrapped up and in a place that we like, we'll go to the next step, which is sort of doing the character rotation itself, and seeing how that plays out and how that works. And then there's only just a couple more steps, one of them being the localized servers in EU. So there's a couple of big steps that we're doing, but we're working full tilt on this. We plan to have those happening fairly quickly. So I already said that we're thinking probably around a month is the right time frame for the localized servers in EU and in Amsterdam and Singapore. And so that is one of the last gates that we have before we can really go open and handle that large influx of players. So, yeah. So 76, will there ever be, when the patch notes give like a slight increase or a slight decrease or large increase, will we ever put a percentage number there? We've thought about it. Sometimes those percentage numbers are kind of hard to get to because it can be a combination of multiple things. So if we say we've sped an attack up, there's a couple different ways we can do that, and detailing out every part of that is not always as clear, informative as sort of grouping them into kind of one change. But it's a possibility, especially if the community that gets the patch notes and reads the patch notes continues to want that more detailed information. There's no reason for us to not put it out there. So we're trying to make the patch notes as legible as we can for the largest audience of people that want to read them, and so we can toy with that. We can shift it around.
Right.
Steel Ninja, when we start the raffle, I will tell you how to enter it. Don't worry. Training mode in custom games, Magma Bob. I'm not. Do you mean like online training mode? Somebody mentioned that earlier this week, and I thought it was a really, really cool idea. So that you can hop in with somebody and they can help you learn and train without it actually being a 1v1.
That's actually a really cool idea.
It's a pretty damn cool idea. So that's I would say that's something that we'll probably look into. Flesh Vortex, a meter to indicate when you're at risk of becoming unarmed. We could do that. We try really hard to only put the UI in the game that is critical to gameplay, and that hasn't been a big issue so far. It's a combination of how hard you're being hit at the time and how much damage you've taken over the time that you've had the weapon. Right. And so far that seems pretty
straightforward.
Pretty intuitive in gameplay, and so it hasn't been like a huge confusion point. So we probably aren't going to put a meter in unless it becomes like a real sticking point. Tho76, the first raffles that we will do are going to be for beta keys. So if you don't have a beta key yet, or if you know people who don't have beta keys, go ahead and jump in, and we'll get those raffles going here in a little bit. And then we're going to raffle off Magma Bolt Lance at the end of the show. Pots, that's a great idea. Making sure that it is very clear when you're unarmed. Yes, we should totally bump that up. Yeah, of course, that's what we're here for. And so here's the thing. We're kind of, since we're not going to have servers to play on, normally for people who haven't been here, normally what we do at this point is we break into games with the community.
And some
free-for-alls. Yep.
With some of the community.
We raffle off a key in between those. So we can do a couple of things. We maybe thought that maybe this was a possibility and may have installed a couple of games that Nicholas and I could play if that were interesting. We could either play some local Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
We installed Nidhogg. I installed Risk of Rain. I think that might be all I installed.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Those are the options.
That list wasn't as long as I thought. Or we can just keep chatting and answering questions.
Yeah.
I mean, we can chat and answer questions while we do any of that.
Sure.
But do you want to just kind of hang out and keep talking? Do you want us to probably not be very entertaining playing some other game? Oh, I did promise to show Mangello how to turn on the custom maps.
Oh yeah, right.
Boop.
Yeah,
custom
couch
online
mode.
is not going to work.
That will not work, indeed. Test maps, there you go. Flip
so you just put test maps on.
We'll hop into... I'm going to do a free-for-all, I guess.
And then boom, look at it. All swanky new graphics down at the bottom. Huh? Mangello, check it out. Which one do you want to see?
This is for you. Oh.
You want to keep the chat
seconds.
going. All right, sounds good. Keep chat going. Keep chat going. Okay, great. Yeah, I can talk forever. Somebody was asking about Metadev Orion skin. Those are only for meeting us in person.
Yeah.
They're very, very special. I got that again.
Did you
usually, I did. Of course I did. Usually, when we go to a convention and we give those out to people that are local, if you watch Twitter and Facebook afterwards and just kind of search for Brawlhalla, Twitch also, they show up on Twitch a lot. Usually, you'll find people who are giving them out. Oh, I can't believe you made that.
I don't even know how. I think you saved me.
See, this turned into us playing instead of us.
Yeah,
us
it did. we'll just show you where the test maps are.
So, yeah, you can usually find them, if you're quick, because lots of people are looking for them. Also, we hope to be at many more conventions in the future. Huh?
Goes silent.
Well, chat understands. I think this is what they wanted. When I said we could play Brawlhalla or Nidhogg or Risk of Rain or keep talking, and chat said
keep talking.
Keep talking.
We played
I think
Brawlhalla.
they wanted us to play Brawlhalla.
It's all about reading in between the lines with chat.
You can blame Mangello for this. It's his fault. He wanted to see. Oh!
I've been saved so many times.
Do you know what that was, though?
What?
That was Slide
That
Shark.
was the Slide Shark? That was the Slide Shark as well.
I know.
Oh, no! There you go.
Yep. Recovery is insane on this map.
Oh, yeah.
That is kind of the point of the map, is that recovering is nutso.
Oh, my gosh.
So a lot of a lot of the test maps have more extreme maps than what we've done so far. That's kind of why they are test maps. I'm actually surprised at how much I can recover on this map, because I thought, you look at the map and you would think
edges
like
are
no recovery,
very wide,
but you actually can do some pretty good recovery.
Oh. No, that's not what I meant to do at all.
That was excellent. Loved it.
Oh, so close. Free for all's crazy on this map.
It's a little nuts.
Oh no!
I have mostly played this on just 1v1.
Yeah.
Free for all's pretty nuts. What haven't we seen? What didn't we see? Egg soup. Who didn't see it? What didn't we? Who see what? Now I want to know what we're missing.
What did
I don't
we
even
not
know if
see?
they're talking to us. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
Shut down.
Vampire mouth map. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, egg soup. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I had actually thought we had capped XP at the level 10 mark. So I am not sure. If that is not the case,
It sounds like a bug.
yeah, then we'll have to figure out what to do.
5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was the question. Okay, that was the thing we have not seen. Yes. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to double check that. My assumption is originally we were just capping progress at level 10. Part of that is because we want to make sure that the speed it takes to get up there is right, and also that the reward pacing is good for it.
Right.
And then, so if that's going past 10, we'll have to give that a little bit of thought. I know I went on the big spiel about never taking progress away.
Except when it's bugged progress.
So, yeah, we'll see. Well, I didn't say we were gonna do it. I said we'll have to think about what to do. If
No.
Chillax, chill. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Just chill. Everybody's good.
It's a lot of the same message over and over
It's all
again.
good. Just shh. We'll have to look and see, how many people it affects and what it would do, and we'll see. We'll see. Don't worry. Fear not. Shh. We're good. We like everybody being happy. We like everybody
Shark
being happy.
Ninja, he started this and now he must end it.
Flesh Vortex. Yeah, we've always that kind of the end game pause has always been a little yeah, go just shh, everybody just baby goes to sleep now. It's so good. This is good. I love it. Chat is like evolving into its own Twitch chat-tastic thing. It's fantastic. I love it. It's good. It's good. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it on the slow crate a little bit longer there. Yeah. It does my heart so good to see this happening. It's fantastic. It's like we're real Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
Complete with spam.
Milo, hitting items. We like that. It sounds really good. It doesn't play as well as you think, and is also a nightmare to get to network correctly. So it's still not out of the realm of possibility.
We actually that around a lot.
Yeah, we actually started with the thrown items
colliding with each other.
Well, we started at the very beginning with thrown items would collide with each other. And then we also, when we implemented catching thrown items, the first implementation was actually batting it away.
Yeah.
So we kind of had that in there for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we put in catching, and then we liked catching more, and we decided that batting and catching couldn't live together.
Right, and it gets
with the way that batting was made at that time. And
batting with weapons gets even sort of trickier. So.
Like actually, if you're trying to use the hitbox to knock away thrown items, that does get tricky.
It's an idea that we've liked and we might play with again, but I'm not sure it would actually go back in. Oh, fantastic. Wait, did we miss another question? Are we just missing all of the questions?
I think it may be all of the same question.
Are we...
that we did answer.
I don't want to get in the way of chat being chat, so if Milo's question was the question, then don't let me stand in the way. Yes, Truck Thunders, we definitely tried that, and it was very confusing. Being able to catch a weapon when it's the weapon that you could use. We tried basically every variation of how you can wield a weapon
there was a bunch
that anybody could think of when we went from characters can use all the weapons to characters can use 2 weapons. And that was definitely
double-digit scenarios that we tried out. It was a lot.
Yeah, and one of them was... the being able to catch a weapon that your opponent uses if you can use it.
If you can use it as well.
And the reason we didn't like it is because it made your game experience, the core gameplay experience, varied drastically depending on what character you were matched up against. So essentially, you had extra weapons at your disposal if you were fighting characters that were similar to you. And if you were fighting characters who were varied and not similar to you, you were at a disadvantage, sort of, if that makes sense.
And as we add more and more weapons to the game, that just doesn't happen as often, so it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wound up being a thing that it introduced too much of an inconsistency in how the game could be played. So we went for the very straightforward.
You can pick up your own
your weapons. That's it. There you go. Thoughts on move canceling, short dodges, blocks, grabs implemented? Yeah, all sorts of stuff there. So, blocks and grabs.
They kind of go hand in hand.
We believe they go hand in hand, and we opted for no blocking because it slowed our game down. It made it so that you could turtle a lot more effectively. So we decided not to do blocking. That's why we went with dodging instead. And because of that, grabbing and throwing is a very good counter to blocking. We felt the game didn't actually need that anymore. So those two kind of go hand in hand to us. Move canceling. We have tried a couple of times. And it's another one of those things where the situations where you find yourself wanting to move cancel are not as frequent as you would assume, and so it didn't have as big of an impact on the game as we had thought it would.
Yeah, right.
And so when we get to a situation like that, we tend to favor keeping the game, not crowding the game with all sorts of different things if they don't have a
huge benefit
impact,
to it. Right.
So it's kind of another option that you could do if you were playing that didn't dramatically change how the game was played. So that's kind of where move canceling fell. Short dodges, we've tried a couple of different...
We tried a variable dodge length where you could actually hold down the button to change the length of it, and I think we determined that was just always what you wanted to do, is you want to do a short dodge into an attack. So it's once again, it's kind of odd and doesn't add that much to it. I think the value in knowing exactly how long your opponent is going to be dodging for is really important for punishing a dodge, so I wouldn't want to lose that.
Yes.
So it definitely does make dodging a lot safer.
and then implementing some common tech things into the game. We just added the slide charging, so when you're falling, you can continue charging. I mean, I wouldn't call that a common tech, but but we're definitely open to the idea of doing stuff like that. So we kind of look at them on a one-off basis. We don't want to add things that are complex just for the sake of adding things, because we don't believe that depth and complexity are the same thing. So we actually think that strong depth comes out of having a game where all of the choices matter, and they don't have to be complicated choices to get that good, strong depth.
Right.
But so we definitely are still looking at things that we can add to the game. That if you have suggestions, send them over. We'll see how they feel, and maybe it'll be something that shows up. And okay, there was a lot of chat that went by while that was going on.
Hopefully didn't miss anything. I don't think we missed anything too much.
Can we get taunts that change your hurt box? No.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Thanks for all the nice, we've got a couple of compliments from Brazil and a couple other people. Thanks. We're glad that you're enjoying the game. We love making it. Yes, raffles. Let's do some raffles.
Oh, yeah.
We're so used to playing games
doing
and
it
doing
in
raffles.
with the games, yeah.
So
let's bring that over.
Why am I putting it in the wrong place? Here we go.
Don't mind.
Here we go.
New Zeke's still getting used to the whole raffle thing.
All right, there we go. Keyword is raffle now.
And it's set to keyword. Good.
And it's set to keyword. So go ahead. If you want a beta key, throw in raffle now. Slide taunting was always here. That is true, Magmabot.
Yep.
It's always there.
I believe the slide running man will always kill you, so don't try that one.
Unless you're just doing that much of a taunt.
That's how much of a taunt you want to deliver.
Ooh, Truck Thunders. Valkyrie's doing very well. She's getting the final touches.
Oh,
and, going through the FX-ification process.
Yep.
And we are going through permutations of the stats right now. When we pick stats for a character, so one of the things that we do is we try Truck Thunders. Don't steal Potts's. Don't be rude. When we do stats for a character, we have to. It gets tricky because we wind up thinking like, okay, what is this character supposed to feel like? How are they supposed to move? What makes them special?
Yeah, right. What is their theme?
And then, what about the other characters that have the same weapons as this character? How close are they together? Once we feel this is how the character should move. So.
We have to make sure that they are separate.
We'd have to say, like, if we were talking about the Valkyrie and we decided, hey, we think she's kind of a light, fast, mobile character. I'm not saying this is what we decided, but if we think she's a light, fast, mobile character,
scenario, yeah,
and we think she should have like a 6 dex, like we like that 6 dex. Okay, great. And we'd have to look and say, oh wait, well, Orion has a spear, she has a spear. Orion also has a 6 dex. That's a warning sign. Yeah. What about the rest of their stats? Do the rest of their stats match up too closely? So we try to make sure that not only do the stats make the character feel right, but also that they don't overlap too much with other characters with similar playstyles.
Similar playstyles and the same weapons, definitely.
Right. So that's where she is right now. She's getting the stats makeover where we go through like, okay, what if she's got this set of stats? We think this makes sense and this feels good. And then what about, does that match up with the other characters?
Right.
While she's getting her new effects. Did we change the relics to stances because they had too many options, making it overwhelming?
So I think
yes.
the thinking behind that was that most players would only play a certain number of combinations of runes anyway. So
it's both. So what we found out was that people really cared about, getting an archetypal build, archetypical build of stats for the character. And that the combination system was a complication that just wasn't adding anything. So that's a perfect example that I think where there's a complexity when you have the 2 stats that doesn't necessarily add any depth, because what people do with it is they find the combination. There were very few specific
Yeah.
combinations that they found that's what they like to play, and so we took a step back and said, okay, well, let's just simplify it, and let's just have it be, we
Those
liked
archetypes,
we
yeah.
liked that you're picking this and that, and you're kind of putting together a recipe for your stat, and that was kind of fun, interesting gameplay, but it didn't justify what you were getting out of it. So that we simplified it to make it more understandable, and because it didn't really change the end results of what people were getting. So let's go ahead and do a beta key raffle.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is, and everybody who typed raffle now is in this raffle over here. We are going to roll this, and it'll pick somebody riggedly from the list. And
Random or
and then
rigged.
1100 is going to send out a Twitch message. It'll be in your other folder.
Yeah, which will show up in your other folder because we are all robots.
So here we go. Rolling.
Oh.
See? I
that
told you
name.
it was rigged. Lou Kratos.
Lou Kratos, I think is what we're going with.
Lou Kratos. Lou Kratos. Lou
Congrats.
Kratos
If you want it.
from Argentina. There you go. Let us know if you want it. How about canceling SIGs into other SIGs that you get the recovery frames from both? So recovery frames are very touchy. When the recovery frames get high, the game feels extremely unresponsive.
Yeah.
And so if you can
do a move
go
and then
from
you
SIG
can't-
to SIG to SIG
you
to
can't
SIG,
do what you want
first of all,
next.
we make sure that the SIGs, the charge of the SIG, the frames before hit is part of how it's balanced. So the time to hit is pretty crucial.
Right.
So if you're able to kind of bypass that from SIG to another SIG to another SIG, I don't know that would probably be a little broken.
It's scary.
And then if you are giving people the ability to experience all of the recovery at one time, it's almost guaranteed to feel terrible.
Lou Kratos says he is winner.
Fantastic. So 1100,
Yep.
get Lou
That
Kratos
beta key will be on
beta
its
key.
way.
It'll be in your other folder. Twitch
The other one.
messages, the folder called other. That's where it'll be.
Yep.
What about unarmed? That's a great thing to talk about, OG Taj. What happened to unarmed in this patch?
Ooh.
Did
yeah.
it get buffed? Did it get nerfed? A lot of people looking at it
We
looks
don't
like it
know.
got nerfed.
Yeah.
No, we do
Yeah,
know.
no,
We know
yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
happened to unarmed. So here's what was going on. Unarmed was too reliable as a damage builder.
It was really good at building damage.
So it was kind of a go-to.
Yeah.
But like in many situations, depending on the weapon matchup and where you were health-wise, you were actually better off ditching your weapon, going to unarmed.
Especially if like you're playing a 1v1 and you take the first stock and you're in the red, I feel like it was just straight better to try and build damage with unarmed during that time because you're not going for that second stock necessarily. You want to build as much damage as possible during that time. So it was a little strong.
So what we did is we shifted it, and I can
Repurposed it.
understand people reading the patch notes and
thinking that
it was a nerf.
Right.
But what it actually did is it changed the purpose of unarmed. So
Yep.
unarmed is now actually better. I know, chat. Buzz.
Bzzzt.
Unarmed is now actually better.
Better
at,
for getting a weapon.
Yes, at getting people out of your space, at opening up the board so that you can get to your weapon. And that's always kind of where we wanted it to be anyway. So yes.
it's not as good as building damage as it was before, but it will get you to a weapon easier.
Yes. You want me to try to pronounce every Twitch user stream? Well, I try to pronounce a lot of them. You kind of get most of that anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's it's just hey, it's just good. Do we intend to change the name of the stances to something else? Yes, absolutely. We do not expect them to be stance 1.
Stance 1, 2,
we intend to attach lore and
yeah.
names to them. We had that all rigged up for the previous version where we had the different relics. That doesn't translate very well over to the
Into stances.
So we have tons of relics already
Yeah.
planned out for all the characters.
And they're cool.
And they're pretty cool. So we'll find a way to release those as well. Siba Uprising, the best thing that you can do, aside from making us a big hit in Germany so that it is a fantastic idea for us to come to
us to
Gamescom,
go.
which we're this close this year to making the leap and coming to Gamescom, but it is a very big decision for a very small company. But we would love to come to different locations outside of the U.S. to conventions. But what you should do when we go to conventions, we're going to be in RTX in Austin coming up at the beginning of August.
Yep.
And then we're also going to be at PAX Prime, and that's at the end of August. When that happens, if you're in a place where you can't come to those and you can't get those skins, watch Twitter, watch Facebook, and watch Twitch. Because people will get those, and not everybody wants them, and people will tweet them out, and they will give them to people to give out on Twitch. And so if you keep your eyes open and you're kind of fast, you can snag one. Scroyan, what if there's a good amount of options, but also simple? That's kind of what we think we have. Basically, the combinatorial system was the thing that was making it not straightforward and simple. And so we went to, more, we have supplied a few more options than people tended to pick. People tended to pick only like 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah, I think.
And so we've given a little bit more variety than that, and then boiled down the stances to a simpler,
these archetypes,
a more straightforward system than the 2 combination thing. Oh, Lucratos, I don't know if somebody already mentioned it, because chat's becoming a beast. It's doing its thing. It's being chat. I love it.
Yep.
But not always keeping up with it now. The key that you have now is a Steam key, so you can input it in Steam. You can go to Games, add game on Steam. There you go.
Yep.
Will stances ever become a thing in ranked PvP or not? We hope so. We're still kind of looking at what they're doing to the game,
making
but,
sure that they're
but we want that
balance-wise,
system to not just be something that's in custom. We want that to be a part of the game. Indonesia? Are there game cons in Indonesia? That's I'm sure we could find people that wanted to go to Indonesia. Okay, yeah. Post away, Scroyan. We love suggestions. Yeah, Seba, so since you can't travel, can't get the skin, keep an eye out on Twitch. They're pretty frequent on Twitter and Twitch right after a convention.
Right after the convention, right?
Yep. Short hops. Short hops are a thing that we have tried about 3 different variations of short hops. And again, it falls into that category of something that makes it much harder than you think for new players to navigate stages, and doesn't add a ton of variety to the end gameplay. And especially when there are ways to kind of mimic that now. So you can actually jump and dodge to cancel the jump early and come out of that. You can jump and attack with certain attacks to come out of that early. So there are ways to do that. But short hops are something that, for the added complexity of having another way to input your jump, didn't give us enough of a payout for us to keep it in the game, essentially. There are 0 conventions in Indonesia. We could make our own. Yes.
That is an idea. It'd be interesting that we would choose to go to Indonesia for our.
It would be a strange. It would be a strange choice.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, Undercore. That's something that we actually haven't seen bear out. That's most of the high-end players are people that take a while to learn the game and sort of adapt to it and get there and continue to get better. And when they stay away from the game and they come back, they have to catch up because other people have passed them. So we do see a lot of depth in the game right now. We're pretty happy with what we're getting. We're always happy to look for more, but again, we don't want to just add complexity to the game in order to make it harder for new players. That's not the same thing as depth, as far as we're concerned. So we're very, very careful about that. Flesh Vortex. In New England area, the closest thing that I can think of is New York Comic Con. I don't know if we're going to make it to that or not, but hopefully. Oh no, that's not the closest thing I can think of, because we did do PAX East in Boston, so that's close. That's the farthest northeast that I know of, though. Yes, gold is not. Gold is. I am in gold. and we all know how good I am at the game.
I thought you were a diamond. What happened?
No, I got diamond.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's more like
But
an
if you
achievement.
look on the
that you got
sheet,
it.
it's gold.
Yeah.
You know, there is a lot. There are big skill jumps.
Yeah.
From gold to plat and from plat to diamond.
From
Big.
plat to diamond, yeah. There's
Big
quite
skill
a
jumps.
skill jump.
Yeah.
Well, Zika's in 10 in
I
our
was
dev
in
server.
10 on our local dev servers. Yes, but I was playing with TCP instead of UDP.
That is true.
It's true.
He was playing with
And I'm not 10
inferior
anymore.
networking.
That's only in the office. That's the league that was in the office that we were testing
I
the
was
new build
silver,
on.
I think, on that server. So.
Yeah, Redalus was only silver.
And I was ranked number 1 on the server.
That's
so
right. So,
silver was ranked number 1.
You know,
There's
it
not so many
depends.
players on the dev server.
Flash Vortex, Kineticon. I will check it out.
Wow.
I love New England, and we love going to cons, so I'll check it out. Conferences near Charlotte. If we can find, I think Kyle, I think there's stuff in Raleigh, I think, which we might wind up going to. We do a lot of local stuff in Atlanta since that's where we are. It's not exactly local to Charlotte, but it's not too bad of a drive. So. Well, we're always open to suggestions, Undercore. We're very active with the community, especially the competitive community. We ask for constant feedback from them and pay attention to what we see in the tournaments and what we see from our high-level players to make sure that they still have stuff to learn. So, yeah, hit us up with any suggestions you've got. You don't want my local rankings. I've already told you my local ranking.
Don't.
It's awesome. Okay, we're
That's
going
just
to roll
cruel to
another.
have them
Here we
show-
go. Here we
show
go.
it. Yep, here we go.
Boop-a-doo. Harry Butchers, if you want
There you go, yeah.
Beta Key, let us know.
Congrats.
Jordan Greeny, will we be able to select different stances in ranked 1v1 versus at some point? Yes, we hope so. We're not putting it
If
there.
we can get it to a
We're
point
still-
that we feel like it's balanced and ready to go,
That's
yes.
right. And that is the goal. That is the goal. OG Taj, I would say that is true for the most part, but there's definitely things that I've seen new players struggle with Smash.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean that the fact that it is complex and also has a broad audience, that complexity is the reason that exists, or that complexity isn't something that should be boiled down. We believe very firmly that
You can
keeping
achieve
things
depth.
simple is extremely hard to do, but very, very worthwhile. And you can do that without removing depth. Harry Butchers.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, good. Fantastic.
Good,
Watch the world
yeah.
burn. Get the key and watch the world burn, man. Go for it. Go for it.
That will be on its way to your others folder.
Yeah. Yep, from 1100, you'll get it in your others folder on Twitch. It's good. We'll do. This is without the game, we didn't like pace it out, so we're just
Yeah.
kind of like raffle.
Rapid fire raffles, yeah.
Louis Kratos, it should be in your messages on Twitch. In your messages on Twitch, there's a folder. There's your inbox, there's your outbox, and there's another folder. It's other for us. I don't know what the
Right.
word is. I don't know. I don't know what it'll translate to, but there's the
Oh.
third folder. It's where you get things from people who you are not following.
Right.
So 1100 is kindly sending out the keys so we don't have to do it on stream, and it'll show up in your others folder. Yeah. And we'll make sure you get it. Don't worry, we'll make sure you get it. All right, so yeah, raffle now. All one word, all lowercase. Harry Butchers, what, Bo? It might be called the spam folder.
Yeah.
Maybe. For a long time, we thought it was because I was sending them out and I typed like a
yeah,
robot,
that's-
or maybe I'm a
Sending
robot.
out the same message multiple times, pretty much.
But it turns out that it's much less cool than that.
Yeah.
It's just if you follow somebody, you get the mail regularly, and if you don't follow somebody and they send you a message, it goes to that folder.
Yeah.
So yes, it might be called spam. So, okay, raffle now, all lowercase. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another 2 of these, and then we're gonna do the raffle for the magma bolt lance.
Luke Kratos.
That's kind of funny.
Giving out his key. Oh, he's just making sure bots don't get it, I think.
That's right. That's probably right. Zorax! You get key. If you want one. Of course you can, Harry Butcher. Oh, what an original question. Well, see, we're not sure. We thought, at least I had thought that we were actually capping XP once you got to level 10, but I'm not sure if we're actually continuing to let you gain it, and if we are, something that we'll have to think about. We don't like taking progression away, so we'll have to kind of look at how many people it affects.
Right.
And see what happens. And
And also, yes, that.
everybody, it's going to be fine. It's going to be cool and groovy. Just Okay, I'm going to take Zorax's high as, yes, I want the key. So you'll get one from 1100.
Yep. It will be in your others folder once again.
Gaming Panda 123. The raffle is for Brawlhalla. For the closed beta, look, Brawlhalla.
Look, there it is.
Ooh.
Hey, you see my score there.
Ooh.
10 and 3. Or not.
The keyword is raffle now, all one word. This means one word, by the way. I just realized that I've been doing that for like every stream.
I think it's pretty clear.
People, I'm just like
one word,
pinching people or something. I don't know. One word, all lowercase. Phenomenal.
It is offline for everyone.
We are migrating our data center. So we are getting a better connection than what we had before. So when it comes back online, once everybody moves the physical servers to the new location, it should just be better across the board.
Yeah.
Across the board. It's Shark Ninja. Just
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Das Dofus. I wish I could say yes. Because I really want to do lots of KO effects.
I really want them to.
We are going to do them. They are amazing. I'll be honest. We were going to do them. But then we made lots of more specials for all of the characters. Yep. And our poor effects artists are working their little fingers to the bone. And that means we had to hold off on extra KO effects. But they will come. We have lots of good ideas. I think they're going to be amazing. They're going to be lots of fun. Just saying that Hattori is OP. But she's not winning.
She's very popular, but she has a below 50% win rate.
Okay, here we go. Another rigged beta key before we do the final one. Truck Thunders.
Truck Thunders. There you go.
It's okay that I say it's rigged before it's rigged. Right?
Yeah.
That makes it okay.
It definitely makes it okay.
Yeah, Jordan, the connection was good for most people, and this should just make it better for everybody. So,
please feed our artists. I've actually found
that we're feeding them. We're feeding them lots. They're feeding this. We're not. Wait, sorry. This isn't like a foie gras situation. We're not force feeding the artists. They get to leave their desks and everything, and can eat meals of their own choosing.
We even let them leave their desk. We're that nice.
The point I wanted to make is they eat. Our artists eat. Truck Thunders once it re-rolled. All right, re-roll. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
It's the last time I rigged that for you, Truck Thunders. X-Steel Ninjax.
Steel. Congrats. If you're still around. I know you were around here before.
So we don't need to feed them. They feed themselves. You know, it's
perfect.
Yeah,
we don't even have to worry about that.
It works out great. They feed themselves. And egg soup. Did we get an update?
Oh.
No.
Is it up?
Is it? Is it?
We can try it.
Is it?
Yeah, you can try it.
No, it can't be. It said like an hour.
No.
No. That was just informative. Just
kidding.
Informative.
It's not actually up
This
yet.
is how I got into trouble last time.
Yeah, just don't show the page of super secret password.
There we go.
And we're back.
Flesh Vortex. We might have a place where you can go see all of the stats, but The thing is, there's only a small section of people that actually is good information for, because in an ELO system, the ELO system is trying to get you to a 50% win rate. That's what it tries to do.
Constantly.
So, for everybody who plays, unless you are at the far extremes, your wins and your losses will eventually be just about the same number. And so we felt that made it the win number was more important, because the win number is a constantly progressive thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if the ratio is something that you're putting front and center, that ratio gets stale. It gets locked in, and that's what it's supposed. That means it's working.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel like it's working.
Yeah.
So the wins just being constantly
This is how many
growing
victories you've gotten. Yeah.
win thing is just kind of what we felt was more important. But we do plan on having like lots of different. Stats and pages where you can go see all sorts of things. So in the future, we plan on letting you have all sorts of good stuff. What is the net worth of Brawlhalla? Oh, I hope it's a lot, because we would like to keep doing this for a long time.
Yes, please. Go to the BMG labs for a clone. That actually seems like a good idea. We should do that.
Oh, the tweet is about the stats. Oh, the win-loss stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like to put that out there just so everybody can see how everybody's doing. Barry, I don't think you won one. Let's see. Are you in? Okay, we're gonna do one more beta key. 815 Barry. Type in raffle now, one word, lowercase, all lowercase, all one word.
Yep.
Let's get you in that raffle. We'll do one more raffle.
One more super rigged raffle.
A Bellobo, are they clones if you're not human to begin with? Because, I mean, we've never figured out who at the company is a robot or a reptilian.
I think everyone's been replaced multiple times, so.
I would hope so.
Sponsored by Jurassic World.
I don't know why. Why would I hope so? I don't know, that's a weird response. I am not an alien. Greg is not an alien.
Not at all.
We're all just normal humans here, hanging out. Like,
see, that was the glitch. He had to think of what actually he was wanting to pose as there after normal.
Barry!
What normal was he?
Oh wait, 15 Barry. You're not in the raffle though. So raffle now, all lowercase. Come on, raffle now, all lowercase. We'll do one more.
Raffle now, all lowercase. Look, Game Forever did it.
There we go.
There you
okay,
go.
good. Here we go.
Awesome.
We're gonna roll.
All right.
Rolling again.
If he gets this.
Yes, I am not an alien. That skit is so good.
Oh
El
no.
Loco Loco, you get a key. Okay, while El Doco Loco is getting his key, we're gonna set up the Magma Lance, the Magma Bolt raffle.
Oh, we get to use
Magma
Latch's
Bolt
tool, don't we?
Raffle.
I am excited.
Oh yes, the latch tool. For those of you who are new.
This is great. Also, turn your volume all the way up.
Oh yes, because it's very quiet. Here we go.
Yeah, let's type that in there.
Magma Bolt giveaway. This is something where you don't need to see our face.
Nope.
This is Latch, the amazing Latch. Latch and Friends, into your face. Very cool developer that we met at one of the conventions, who does a lot of streaming. Very, very cool guy. And he made this tool. Anybody can use this tool, so if you stream and you want to use this giveaway tool, go to Latch and Friends. You can find it there.
Yeah, you just put it up for free.
It's just up
Give
there
it a
for free.
download.
You can skin it yourself, which we will probably do, although people really
At
love
some
it.
point. Yeah, but the default animation is
really love
pretty
it.
good.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yep.
So here's what we're gonna do. This is way rigged. This is way more
Super
rigged than
rigged.
any of the other riggings. And here's how it works. We're just gonna load the name from the channel, so you don't even have to join in. Just load the name.
There we go.
Boo, and then I'm gonna
Let's get
throw
rid
out
of
our
some
devs.
Derailed. Let's get rid of him. Oh,
We'll
passed
find
him.
him. 1,100. Where's derailed?
Derailed.
Excuse me. What about nope, okay, we're good.
Nope.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. We're gonna start the raffle for The Magma Bolt giveaway. So good every time. Remember, it's louder for us.
I do know. It is louder for us. Oh man.
John Grumps, it's totally different skins every week.
Oh, slowing down. Oh, Warley, yes, he does get
Warley 12R, you got it. All right, now. Stage 2 is you got to let me know in chat.
You have to comment that you want it.
You have to let me know in chat that you want it before you get eaten.
You only have 60 seconds, Warley.
You have to let. It's not. I can't just see your name. You have to let me know you want it. Warley 12R.
Waiting.
Warley 12R. That's alright, Stardust. We'll fix that too.
Yeah.
We'll fix that too.
Warley, oh, there he is.
Oh, there's a woo, but do you want it, Warley?
Zeke is cruel.
Do you have to say you want it?
Zeke is cruel.
You have to say you want it. Don't just
Oh,
woo
he
it.
said woo again.
Do you want it? Warley!
Warley, there's not
getting
much
really
time.
close. It's getting really close.
Warley!
Oh,
Warley, please! Warley, don't do this to us. No!
Oh, okay, he wants it. He wants it.
He wants it. Oh, you didn't.
He wooed. I didn't do it in time. Oh no! But he wants it. He wooed really hard.
He wooed a lot.
Really hard. And we got to see somebody get eaten finally. But we're going to give it to him. He wooed really hard. I think it was clear.
He wooed pretty hard.
I think it was clear. It was me. It was my bad. I didn't. I thought I got it aborted in time.
Oh,
That's all right.
Good.
That's all right. It was totally rigged. It's totally rigged.
Oh my gosh.
This is totally rigged.
Oh, that was good.
All right. That's totally rigged. He wooed.
He did woo a lot.
He wooed pretty hard. He wooed pretty hard. I think he wants it. I think he wooed a lot. I think he wants it. All right, we're giving it to him. 1,100. Send him and Warley. Okay, you know what? We'll do a second one.
Ooh.
We'll do a second one. Because there was a lot of wooing.
Magma Bolt.
There was a lot of wooing.
Oh,
Warley. Oh, that's maybe a flaw in my plan.
Oh. There was actually a reason.
That's a pretty good reason. That's a pretty good reason. But please, Warley, you are getting the code. This is an in-game code.
Congrats.
It's going to be in your Twitch messages.
Yep.
And we'll put a key in there too, because people said you didn't have a key. So 1,100. Please send Warley a key and the lance. And because there was so much wooing, and you guys stuck with us during the data center relocation,
crazy.
And we just talked. We didn't even play anything. We just talked forever.
Double ring.
Shark Ninja, come on now. We give away free stuff every week. 3 things if it's an item skin, and I'm giving away a second one right now. Can do no right. We'll load everybody up just to make sure we didn't.
Once again.
Just to make sure we didn't lose any new players. Where's Derail?
He's not there.
Derail's not there. Here we go. Here we go. We're doing a second one.
Second Magma Bolt. Just because of the wooing.
Because of how much wooing. But remember, yeah, Warley 12 again. It's gonna be so good.
Warley, your second just woo as much as you want.
I'm gonna change the phrasing. You have to convince me you want it.
Oh, okay. Pods and Lance.
Lance.
Oh,
Lance.
There's already the lots of wooing.
It's gonna be really hard to see your wooing in the middle
of
all this. You're gonna have to woo pretty hard, Lance. You're gonna have to woo pretty hard.
Yep. 55 seconds.
You're gonna have to woo a
There's
lot.
It's so rigged. Nope, that is not Lance. That is Sir Pots
That's
and
pots and
Pans.
pans. That doesn't
That was
count.
close.
Doesn't count. It's gonna be really hard
Pots and Lance.
with this much rigging and wooing.
Oh, there's a
That's
woo.
That's pretty good, Lance.
That's a pretty good woo.
Whoa, wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow, wow.
That's pretty good. Yeah, he stole your name. And you know what else he stole? He stole your Magma Lance, too. Stole your...
There he goes.
All right.
Spam woo so they don't see it. Didn't work on
It
us
was
this
good.
time. We got him.
That was pretty good. I like
got
the
'em.
I like the meta. I like the spam woo so that
The Twitch
he
chat
has-
meta
I
for
like
giveaways.
I encourage it. I feel like that's good stuff.
You heard it first.
I think
Dev
that's good
encouraged
stuff.
behavior.
I like it. If I don't see it because their chat is going so crazy, that seems legit. All right, Lance, you're gonna have to wait just a couple more minutes because we didn't come
We don't
prepared with
actually have
that
a
many
second
codes.
code.
I'm gonna have to get one special and send it over to you. 1100 doesn't have one for you, but we're gonna do it. I'll send you one, so stay in chat. It'll make it easier for me. Thank you, everybody, for coming by
Thanks for tuning in.
every week, whether or not the servers are up.
Up or down.
But at least
We'll
they were
talk
down
about
for a
something.
good reason. Yeah, we'll talk about something, and I'm sure we'll have some nice, cool stuff to show off next week. ESL tournament this weekend. Go sign up. There's prizes in that. You can win all sorts of cool stuff. And if you're interested in the loot crate, make sure to get your order in with the Brawlhalla code. We've got info on our page for that. Another one, a riot. Well, I guess you're gonna have to riot. I already gave out like more than I have.
Yeah, we're already
So,
in the negative.
I'm in debt
for our Lance codes.
Thanks a lot for coming by, everybody. If you liked us, give us a follow so you know when we show up. You can hit us on Facebook and Twitter. We put it out there too. So, yeah, give us lots, all the follows and likes and loves. And enjoy the new data center once it's up. I think it's going to be better for everybody. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
And
see you
gals.
guys.